All right, so I'm going live a little early today because I am already halfway through. I mean, not halfway. I got started early on this task because I didn't know whether I even wanted to stream, and then I was like, you've been wanting to add dirt or something to that substrate, and you didn't do it before you added fish back to this tank. So, right now I'm in the middle of traumatizing a bunch of fish, so I can hopefully pull them out later and maybe kill some more snails in the process. The goal is I've pulled the water. Let's see how close I can get it here. Okay, unplug for a moment. Hey Tommy. So I've got like 3 fingers, 2 inches of water in there right now, and you can tell the fish, while they're stressed, are fine. The shrimp are also apparently fine. I didn't even know I still had shrimp alive in this tank. Hey Laser, how you doing? Skipping out on work still, I see. But I'm gonna dig out like this much sand and then put some garden soil. I'm gonna hope when I did this tank originally, I don't know how well you can see it because there's a lot of glare. But, well, let's see, maybe if I add just a ridiculous amount of light, we'll be able to actually see it better. Well, all right, yeah, okay. So, originally, I've got under gravel plate, coco coir. These little round beads are the Aqueon shrimp stuff, and I have some of that on the top too. I just was using that in between. This is lava rock, and above the lava rock is, there's probably not that much lava rock actually. The lava rock is probably like this thick, and then above that is Eco Complete, the gravel, basalt gravel. And then I have dirt, and you can see paints. A painting for a friend for Christmas. Look at that. You can see I've got the dirt way the heck down there under all that sand. So I'm going to try to get back down. On top of the dirt is a layer of oak leaves that are probably mostly broken down at this point, but I'm going to try to get back down to that layer, add some more soil to it. And then add the sand on top. Or maybe just reduce the sand. I don't know. But hey, Sketty, welcome in. Yeah, so far we have Tommy, Steven, Laser, and Sketty. And let's see, what does YouTube chat say? Live chat. 6 people. Hey, Mexicali. So part of what I'm doing is pulling out all of those wonderful plants Steven got me, or sent me, and seeing just exactly how much the snails have already kind of devastated them. Fucking monsters. I think I'm going to put all those stems in my 20 long, which will also eventually need its substrate refreshed. But because I don't use root jabs or anything, because I'm cheap. And I understand root jabs are probably cheaper than doing what I'm doing right now. But I'm not even doing a water change, really. I'm just stressing fish out for fun. For YouTube. Got to get those views. Right? Something about we got Xanadu in the house. Hey, Xanadu. How you doing? Choya wood had a bunch of snails stuck in it. Got one of the shrimp that time. Oh, we got Geek Boy in the house. Debs. Oh, how many people are here? 11 people. Wow. 11. 11. Oh. You guys are just looking at my back, aren't you? Let's see. If I bring it over here, and then I twist it. Is this a better view? Looks like there's a little bit more glare, but can you guys at least see what I'm doing? While I hunt fish. So that's good. Big handle off it. Always gets in the way. Spooky days. No. Still kind of in the way. Hey, Fishy on. Fishing. What are you yelling about? My cat is screaming. It's so funny. The photogenic one that is always on stream is not the good cat. She's the bad cat. She's the one that causes a ruckus and yells and screams and makes a mess. Poops under the curtains. Making a big moldy mess. All right. Got a lot that time. Okay. So many fishes, many endlers, attempting to jump. So my big trick is that the mini size of, or like the nanotake size of aqueon gravel vac is the same size as an under gravel uplift tube. So if you want to suck the vast majority of the water out of a tank, you can do that from beneath the substrate through the under gravel tube. And since I'm a slut for under gravel, it works out pretty well for me. Honestly, I should take those down. They're more than a year old. Thank you for reminding me. I liked them when I was cycling the tank. They were real handy for the first like couple months there, but like, you know, right now I'm about to add a bunch of dirt to this tank, and that's gonna up the ammonia. And you know, this would not have reacted because these are super. I mean, they're old. You see how yellowed they are? They're old. They've been in that tank for a long time. I don't know if you guys can see that. Icky. Hey Henry, how are you? Passing wind. But yeah, I wouldn't say that they're not like you're an experienced fish keeper, you probably don't need them. But if you here we go. It's the other trick. This is the point where the last little bits, last few fish reveal themselves. Okay, where'd that net go? Here we go. Maybe let's use the little one. Can't see shit. Pygmy corgis are sneaky, dude. They're not even jumping. They're like, no, you're a bird and you're going to eat me. I am not. I do not exist. Not only am I not a dead fish or not a live fish, I do not exist. Right. That was a fun part, I guess. Oh, damn, that was a bigger mess than I wanted to make. Try not to kick you. So just in case you guys were wondering how stupid I am today, the answer is like 10 out of 10 stupid. Because I'm going to make this job a lot harder on myself than I have to. I'm going to physically remove the tank from where it's sitting. It was overflowing when I came in here today anyways. Why won't you slide at all? There we go. Throw my back out really quick. So I can dry. Hi. See, it was overflowing today, so I needed to dry this up anyways. At least mostly. Because this particle board is not going to hold up super long if I just let it get soaked over and over again. You can tell it's already had some damage done to it on the fronts where the paint is bubbled. Hey, Adele. I'm gonna try to use this thing, this critter keeper. We're gonna see how awful This is a sand scoop. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Jump into my spot. There we go. Nice. Cat's making weird sounds and freaking me out, dude. Hey, Ness. Welcome in. Adele, I'm refreshing the dirt in this dirted tank. So I pulled all the fish out and I pulled most of the plants out. See, there's a couple stragglers. And then I'm going to dig down a few inches and then I'm going to put some more garden soil in it. And then I'm going to put the sand back on top. Where's my little shovel? There it is. I forgot I had this guy. There's a giant piece of cholla wood in here, but it's like all busted and rotten. But it ran the full length of the tank at one point in time. I mean, you don't have to do this. I just want... I don't ever do root tabs. And I've done some crazy stuff to this tank already. It's not like the substrate has never been disturbed. Or like I don't really have that many shrimp left in it. Anyways, I hope I'm not screaming into the mic. I'm kind of just standing right on top of it. Like, if you ask Father Fish, the fish create their own dirt or some bullshit. I'm not seeing the plant growth that I was seeing out of it originally. I've removed a lot of plants out of this, like a lot of biomass out of this tank since I originally dirted it. I don't know, words, things, thoughts. So what do you guys think is going to happen after I, add soil? Ooh, that's exactly how deep I want to be. See, that's dirt right there. After I add soil and then recap it and whatnot, what do you guys think is the end result of my bullshit today? Do some maintenance on the undergravel and it's not fucking because there's stuff in there. All right. I guess that's pretty good flow. You think I'm gonna get a bunch of like algae bloom or bacterial bloom? Better? Yeah. We'll get just a little more out of this side. You guys know what that red thing is? Might just be a piece of wood chip. Been in the tank this whole time, hasn't killed anything, so. Alright. I think my dirt is outside. And then I don't do anything. I'm not one of those crazy like who sifts their soil and stuff. I just kind of pour it in. I don't actually have that much dirt left, so I'm just gonna use all of it. Spread it out. And add probably less sand than I had in there originally. Bust those chunks up a little bit. Hey Mark, Big Easy. Hey Sam. Hey Jay, welcome in. Yeah, you think I'm gonna get a bacterial bloom? I think I might get hair algae, but I'm gonna stuff a ton of plants in this. I don't think I'm gonna get a bacterial bloom, but you know, we'll see. The reason I don't think I'll get a bacterial bloom is because the soil is already inoculated with a ton of bacteria. Not all of them can survive in the wet environment, but a lot of them can. Sam's address is 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, Australia. That's where you're supposed to mail it, Tommy. Tasty. Trying to pull all these shells out so they can go back on top of the substrate. Because I don't care if the mulm and sand are mixed together. Like, I don't... This is a reverse flow system, so I don't think that there's any... what do you call it? Anoxic zone that I'm disturbing or anything like that. And if I am, like... I don't know. I'm probably not actually disturbing it. If that makes any sense. But the water that hits the bottommost part of the substrate in here is the most oxygenated. So I don't know where an anoxic zone could occur in a reverse flow under gravel setup, unless you had really, really, really slow flow, maybe. Oh, wait. Sorry, this is the proper time to use that aquascaping tool that we all have and we don't really know the proper use for. This is when you use it. It's when you have your yucky muck. It's to make your yucky muck pretty. All right. Enough of that aquascaping tool. All right. Exclusively underground. Nice. All right. So I got a Sukarno sword. And that, I think, deserves to be in the very center. Right next to this undergravel thing. Let's... Oh no, I should not add any fucking water to it before I move it. This is Tiger Val. Sometimes known as Leopard Val, I think. Oh, whoops. Plant massacre is occurring. This is Corkscrew Val. This is bigger Corkscrew Val. Being way too meticulous for how much Val I have to plant here. But what time is it? 11:27. We got time. What do you guys got to say? Nano's still saying that one. Hey, Sunfish. What's up, my dude? What are we up to today? Ian gave me so much Val. I think it was from a 20 long, and now I'm putting it into a 20 extra high, so that's the same dimensions. This one's probably going to die because it's got brown roots, not white roots. Still going to put it in, because if it dies, it just becomes nutrients for the other plants. Sort of. Hey, Lando. Oop. There's human hair all over this. It's probably mine. Probably mine. There we go. It's a bit better. It could be Ian's. Maybe I should clone an Ian. Yeah, so I got corkscrew Val, not spiral. Well, I don't know what the fucking difference is. But yeah, Ryan. Ian gave me a bunch of stuff, and I decided to add more dirt to this tank. So I threw my back out, and I picked the tank up, and I pulled all the water and all the fish out and put them in this tote over here. You got Japanese quail hatching. That's right up Tommy's alley. That's exactly what he does all day long. I think he focuses on Coturnic. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking remember. He's told me. And at the time, I thought I was listening. You know how it is. Only got 3 brain cells. And 2 of them are busy rubbing a rock together. Yes. Fully agreed. What did I say? What did I say wrong that, like, I would take my own Ian? Ian gave me a bunch of plants. And so I'm planting them in the hopes that my snails don't destroy them and that this becomes because this is a pretty. So this is a. I said it already once, but it's a 20 show. They aren't really made anymore, and it's the same dimensions as two 10-gallons stacked on top of each other. Yeah, rubbing rocks together like to make a spark. So it's deep substrate, 2 hands deep, and then 4 or 5 hands tall. I know that's not a precise measurement. I used to have 10 inches of substrate in there, and I no longer have that much. So less than 10 inches of substrate. Ram's horns, dude. The Ram's horns are fucking insane. It doesn't seem to matter what I do. I suppose I could like try not to overfeed or some bullshit, but like that's no fun. Who wants to do that? What the fuck is this? This weird spiky thing I found was attached to the Ritz. You know, that's what everybody says, but I'm convinced that once the population of ram horns gets large enough, they're not gonna fucking starve themselves. You know what I'm saying? They'll eat the plants that are healthy, or they'll scrape over them enough times that they're no longer healthy to the next snail that comes along, because they're abrading at the fabric of the plant's being, or some bullshit. Like, you're not wrong. Everybody says that. So it must be true. The host has created a giveaway. That wasn't me. I believe that was probably Sam, but it might have been Matt. Matt might be playing games. I modded Fish Fam Link, I'm pretty sure. So let's check. Yeah, I modded Link. Ryan's not modded. That means you're extra special, Ryan. You know that? Other people that aren't modded in this stream include Stephen P, 3G, Matt isn't modded. I can't remember who all isn't. It's generally pretty intentional when I do and don't. Yeah, see, if I had I have a little snail trap and I haven't kept up on it, but my plants did fine when they were really healthy. And I didn't have that. I had more bladder snails than I had ram's horns. But now, I don't know. Now that, like I said, I wasn't getting the plant growth that I wanted. The snails are kind of out of control, and like I've toned them down a lot, but there's only so much you can do, because they just come back, and like I don't fertilize heavily, so I feed heavily, and unfortunately the ram's horns outcompete. Like, if the Neocaridina's or something. Speaking of Ian, a problem child in the house. I planted some of these the other day, and then I just wasn't really happy with how it looked, so now I'm doing it again. I had like most of the plants were just floating in the top of my tank for a couple days. Oh man. Sorry I didn't make the Christmas party, Ryan. If it makes you feel better, I didn't make the saltwater one either. They were on the same day. And the saltwater one was much closer and easier for me to get to. But you know what I did do on Sunday? I made nochi from scratch. And that was well worth it. There's going to be so much plant in this tank. The snails won't even know what hit them. George was talking about how your house is haunted, bro. It's got ghosts in it, and the ornaments move on their own. It sounds like a good time. I want to go to your haunted house. You could do a sleepover next Halloween. Lando, if you're still here for reference, don't invite yourself over to other people's houses for sleepovers. It's social faux pas. I'm running out of place to put plants. I'm not running out of plants. What do you mean? Oh, I don't have you plugged in. Low battery mode. Fuck off. Showed up at one person's house in my PJs, and all of a sudden it's a thing. Was the other Ryan's house. Saw a few unicorns, but no ghosts. The other thing that I'm trying in order to improve my plant growth in this tank is I'm taking out all of the fucking hornwort. I'm not, like, they're still going to be competing with the terrestrial plants up above. Yeah, the only other plant, like, so this is an experiment. Right now, Jay, the only other plant that I've planted in here other than the Val is this one Sicarno sword. And you saw, I don't know if you were here when I was adding the dirt, but I added a bunch of dirt beneath the sand again. So there's fresh nutrients for all of that. You got two different species of Val. It's going to be a really cool, tall jungle for them to step through. Hey, Holly, welcome in. Glad you're here. I'm clicking buttons, making a mess. There we go. There we go. Yeah, good to see you. How was everything in your neck of the woods? Yeah, I just kind of stuck it in this. Oh no, that weird thing, I threw that back in the like fish water right now. I don't know what that was. I think that might have been the roots from one of my other swords. Because I had Amazon swords in here at one point. Yeah, there's like literally nowhere for me to put plants. And for reference, like, so I don't want the polysperma in there. Um, this is my like big handful of Val that I still got to get rid of. So, I mean, get rid of, like, not get rid of, but I'm trying to plant this, and I got so much, guys. Ian gave me so much Val. I wasn't trying to farm Val. Ian was fucking farming Val. And then he said, "Huh, you want some plants? You're gonna, hey Keith, you're gonna be pushed out of business by Ian pretty soon with all this goddamn Val." Of course not, really. It's a fucking joke. I think you made negative money off those plants, Ian. It's the opposite. Hey, George. Yo, don't let Kat see you talking like that, Ian. She'll start to be threatened. Hey, Jenna. Hey, other Ian. Sumpworks. New filter sock. No guppy grass. Guppy grass goes in the other tank. It's funny because this is the one with the antlers in it. Hey, Amisa. How you doing? I'm trying to put most of the spiral Val in the back because it's a bit taller. All right. I think that's all I'm going to realistically be able to put in that. So, pretty good for a Tuesday. Awesome. So I got most of that water soaked up from my, like, not cleaning out the intake sponges. No more micro bubbles. Hold on. No more micro bubbles, and the skimmer's running good. Cool. Fuck this noise. I need a big, strong woman who will move fish tanks for me. Or man, honestly, like, fuck it. I don't want to do this. Someone else can further back out. Alright. One. Oh, I just dumped all that stuff in there earlier, so that's super helpful. 2. Oop. Got fish water all over it. No! Fuck. Just drop the grindle worm culture. Which is, in my opinion, a big shout no. Alright. Let's see what else we can do. Let's see what other kinds of messes we can make today. Hey, DJ. So my big trick for the overflow is it's got, I mean, calling it a big trick is kind of silly, but it's got a
little nipple on the top here for an airline. Some people hook them to like dosing pumps where they constantly pull, and like that's fine if you want to do that, but it's not. The dosing pump is eventually going to go out. Yeah, so this is my Philomicrons, and this is the Pothos Enjoy. And they're both doing pretty good in the aquaponics setup here. So I use a check valve, and then I just run it. I have the check valve to where I can see it all the time. And these check valves don't work as good with water as they do for air, because they're made for air. But, you know, fuck it. And then I make it run a siphon. So, oh, you guys can't see where I put it up there. I ran the hose over, and then I'm going to run it down, and I wrap it around that tube that goes into my sump. Pathos. Yeah, like Logos would be the hero or whatever you want to call it in that story. All right. Let's put some water back into this tank so the plants stay happy. I can see the water levels right about here right now. It's making its way up. Yeah, bubbles be popping out. And it should be visible in just a moment. Oh shit. Breaking stuff. I busted the foot on my hang on back breeder box. Yeah, but he would have murdered me if yeah, I got a lot of substrate here. He would have murdered me if he saw me digging in it earlier, because you're not supposed to fuck with your substrates, right? Isn't that the... But we'll need to wait a minute. And feed from the top. Also, I gotta get this going. I fucking must have used this to drip acclimate the brackish or something. There we go. Nasty. Oh shit. I'm like filling my sump and I don't have my pump on. Alright. Two brain cell McGee over here. Or I guess I got three and two are over rubbing rocks together. That's what I said earlier. Alright. Of the sump pump. Hope for the best as it does its thing. Sorry, you guys are getting a lot of nothing exciting to look at there while I fuck with shit. Seeing the back of my shirt, it looks like. Hey, Mike. Yeah, pretty accurate. They're close. Damn it. I hate when I do that. Hey, Wi-Fi. Sorry, I just replanted this tank. Um, like, full deal. I took the tank off, took substrate out, added dirt, put substrate back in, or like capped the dirt, and now it's a big mess. Because I'm investing into the heat. That's what we do in this house. So I walked away from it. Pump's making sounds, but it doesn't look like I made a mess. So we're still in business. Just a little bit more water. Add my coveted cholla wood and shells back too. More shells. Sorry, I did this earlier too. This is where the camera needs to be for you guys to be able to see shit. Alright, what are we talking about? Fungible Greg LeMond, baseball cards. Hey, Rick. Hope the rest of your shift goes well. I hate working 12s. I'm sure you get that all the time. Cool. Alright. Whatever. I hate suction cups, dude. They never do what I want them to. Dude. What about this one? You work? You're still covered in moss and Suswassertong. What are we doing? A bunch of shells. Some more shells. Same shell. Sorry I'm not talking much. I'm kind of being a shit host today. Oh, I got a shrimp in that one. I was lucky. Right now, I'm kind of just netting stuff and trying to pull all the hornwort and guppy grass out before I dump it in the tank as best I can. Sorry again for not. Hey Zen Jerry, welcome in. Yeah, ZoomEd makes that magnet. I don't know if it'll work for all suction cups, but it works for like heaters and stuff. And like the submersible lights with the anything that like it comes with a little clippy jaw. I don't know. I'm looking at the on the delay. Got some more scrimps that time. Get off of there. There we go. I found a Marimo mouse. Get off my hand. There we go. Where did it go?
use a lag bolt. You guys are fucking hilarious. Yeah, Zen, you can do that. You can do whatever you want. You're an adult. You make the rules. The water is starting to clear up finally. A little bit. I crushed all the plants by dropping those cholla woods in there, though. I'm not crushed them, but like I should have put the cholla woods in the back. Right now, I'm just pulling the water out of this bin that I had the fish in most of the time, so I can try and get any stragglers out. Hey, Melvin. Yeah. All right. Unplug you really quick. Whatever. It's not unplugged. Fuck it. I don't care what plants are in here. I'm gonna over time. Care more about not losing my pygmy cories specifically. Fucking the endlers will repopulate. I'm hoping that I caught all my pygmy cories. You didn't like fucking bury them or anything crazy. That's a scramp. It's a big scramp in there. All right, I think that's the last of like what I can realistically pull out of there. All right. I don't see any fish in there. I think that's it. It's now what, 12:30? Okay. That's a little less than ideal, but it gives me time to get ready for work still. We shall see how this turns out. What ends up going on downstairs and whatnot with the water and the dirt. You know, all that jazz. Scrampa and Scramma. Grandpa Shrimp is now Scramps. That's a big old scramp, yeah. Not any cleaner. Well, I think I'm going to call it. Thanks for hanging out. It looked like the chat was hopping. I'm sorry I wasn't really participating in it. My hands were full. I should have thrown like the link up and let someone else read chat or something. I don't know. You guys kick ass. You know that? Thank you so much for being the awesome people that you are. I could just sit here and watch this all day, dude. Well, hopefully somebody else pops up. Is that a command? Can I be like FFL, who's next? Or who is live or something? Is that a command? Who is next? Thanks, Geek. You guys know the shit. Do the thing. Support the crew. You guys know. You guys know the job. So my thought with who is next. Yeah, who's next? Because who is the command that we use to find users. So if there's no usernames next, then it might get confused, right? No upcoming. Okay, who's next? Cool. Thank you, Geek. Well, again, I'm going to call it. Hopefully this was entertaining. We'll see where this tank goes. I'm put the Polysperma Sunset that I had left that was in this tank. I put that in my 20 long a few minutes ago and forgot to tell you guys or bring you with me. But the turbidity in this will probably be gone by the time I get home from work. Yeah, usually that's the case. Every time I've done something like this in the past. If not, it'll be a day or so. But yeah, anyways, Fish Fam calendar, have fun. Do the thing, click the buttons. Goodbye.